Дети. Слава Україна!
Героям слава!
Да!
Пока!
Пока! Good evening, everyone, and welcome to day 355 of our daily updates here from Ukraine. Quite a day around the country today, but not only around the country, also in Minsk, Belarus, and in Moscow. We're going to talk about those things in just a few minutes when I give you an update on some of the key things that have happened in the last 24 hours. Here, you know, we are focused on not only supporting Ukraine, but also telling the story, telling the truth of what's happening throughout this country. And tonight, two stories that I think will touch your hearts so that you can see the reality of what is happening in Ukraine. So let's begin tonight with two stories. I'm going to start with a gentleman I was sitting on a bench with, and folks, these two stories are coming directly from the front lines. It's been a couple of days, and now I'm able to show them directly within 2 kilometers of Russian positions where people are still there, need help. So I'm going to share one story with me and a gentleman sitting on a bench, having a small conversation. We'll translate it for you. And then immediately after that, I'm going to jump down that street about 5 houses. I'm going to share with you a story of a grandmother and the little children. I'll have it translated for you. And here's the good thing. We're going to be going back to help those children here in the next few days. Let's start with that, and then we'll bounce back and give you those key things in regard to Minsk, Moscow, and what is happening throughout Ukraine. Welcome. My friend Victor. We're just sitting here shooting the breeze and talking about everything. Talking about life, talking about the village, talking about the war, and just a wonderful man, and we were able to help them. Very happy. Very, very happy. Makes us happy, but it's a tough time. We're very, very close to the front, and these people live under a terrible situation. Terrible. But we're here to help. До перемоги.
Да, до перемоги.
Until victory. Да, слава Богу.
Наші прийшли вже.
Очень мало.
700 осталось.
Понял.
Вот я лично Польшу.
Понял.
Куда я поїду? От чого не втічеш? Я отут родився, я тут і... Я народився.
Это дома. Это дома.
Дома.
Конечно.
Yeah.
All right, we're keeping the video down because we are right here on the front. These children are living.
Next time we bring them jackets.
Oh, not only jackets, they're
And
freezing.
warm stuff.
Warm stuff and some chocolate.
Свічки потрібні, зараз я покладу.
Спасибо.
Лучше.
Я покладу десь отакого.
Спасибо.
Свічки потрібні?
Да, давайте, синочек, давай.
Супер.
Дві пачки дати?
Давайте дві пачки.
Хорошо.
Спасибо.
Давай, дивіться, це супи.
Ага.
Ні, 20 хвилин варити. 6 чашок на кожну, 6 чашок води.
Добре, добре,
How about another big thank you to the
Добре,
Wheels of
добре.
Hope?
Спасибо вам, синочку. Спасибо.
Так, тримайте.
Давай.
Я вам дам ще отак.
Давайте, все, спасибо,
Окей.
синочку.
І дивіться, це запальничка. От
Ага.
бачите?
Видишь?
Ага.
Сірника нема.
Нам сирники нема.
Я сирники потім Сергію передам.
А, ну тоді перейде Василієм,
Да.
хай.
Поки цим запалюємо.
Ні, та в нас поки, в мене там поки не
И свет.
Хватить на сьогодні може, а завтра...
Да,
Спасибо. Добре, спасибо вам, хлопці.
пожалуйста, мы будем...
Здоров'я вам, щастя желаю вам. Держи, хай буде. Я щастя
Okay, we're gonna-
вам желаю, щоб не боліли хлопчики.
You find yourself ill-equipped. So, we're gonna go back to Хмельницький. Мы едем в Хмельницкий, мы будем обратно с куртка.
Курточки, привеземо курточки.
Новая куртка. We're gonna bring them some coats. Может быть, шоколад.
Ой,
Думаешь, нравится?
спасибо вам, деточки, спасибо вам,
Это
сыночки.
наш радость.
Счастья вам, здоровьечко.
О, you?
О, Паша,
Бабушка, как вас зовут?
Таня,
Таня, бабушка Таня. Сколько лет тебе?
ну я 52-го году. Посчитайте скільки.
What year?
1952 she's.
О,
Да,
пусть Бог благословит вас.
71.
да. То в мене
70 years, 71.
71.
Да. Все, синочки, спасибо.
Да.
Все, пока, пока.
Здоровья,
Да,
всё.
пока-пока.
Пока, деточки,
Пока-пока.
спасибо вам. Желаем счастья, здоровья вам.
A couple of powerful illustrations there, sitting on the bench with my friend, and of course the grandmother with the grandchildren there that are in desperate need of help, even down to matches, folks. And honest to goodness, I could show you this story thousands and thousands of times over and over. But we do our part to help, and we will be back to that family and those people here in a few days. Now, as I promised, I also wanted to give you some updates today in regard to Minsk, Belarus, and Moscow, Russia, in addition to what's going on in Ukraine. So let's start with Minsk, Belarus. Today in Minsk, Lukashenko had very high-level meetings with leadership from Hungary. Once again, Orban, remember, the ally with Putin and Lukashenko? That's what it is. In regard to trying to slow down the process of Western aid coming into Ukraine and trying to make sure that the relationship between Hungary, Russia, and Belarus was in place. And I'm here to tell you it is. So that was happening today in Minsk, Belarus.
Если кто-то думает, что там конфликт Украины и России это не наш конфликт, что тихонько где-то отсидимся, ничего подобного. Так не будет. Придет время, оно недалеко, буквально вот оно завтра, когда это время потребует определяться, занимать определенную позицию. Я не говорю, что во вред там национальным интересам и так далее, но со всеми нашими союзными недостатками нам придется четко определять свою политику, свою линию для того, чтобы действовать. Я предполагаю, наверное, и ваш опыт к этому подталкивается вместе. Вместе всегда проще и легче. Еще раз подчеркиваю, никто не толкает государство действовать вопреки своим национальным интересам, но компромиссы нам придется находить. Хотя в ОДКБ мы уже давно их нашли и действуем как единая организация. Думаю, вот этот сложный период нам предстоит его пройти, и он еще более сплотит нашу организацию на тех принципах, которые нужны и возможны для каждого государства, которое входит в эту организацию.
In addition to that, Canada came out today and put a travel alert on Belarus and demanded that all Canadian citizens leave Belarus immediately. In addition to that, Moscow, Russia, what happened? Well, what happened is this. Right now, Iranian cargo planes are en route out of Tehran on the way to Moscow. That's number one. Number two, the United States State Department put out a travel alert today, reiterated that Americans must leave Russia due to the war that is going on in Ukraine, concerned that Americans could be kidnapped. Don't worry, family, I'm not in Russia right now, I'm in Ukraine. So that was for Russia. In addition to that, another reason that the State Department came out with that warning is because it is obvious now, and I'm going to show you some video over top of this while I'm talking, that Russia is preparing for a major invasion. In fact, on many places, it is beginning right now. That would be in the Lugansk area, Donetsk area, and of course down towards Zaporozhye. Ukraine really needs to stand strong, but we are seeing a massive buildup of Ukrainian armaments and troops north and east of Kharkiv. Showing you video of that right now. So these are the things that have been happening in and around Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia today. Folks, it's been a very long day here, very difficult day, lots of things going on, but no way we're going to miss the update. So in a nutshell, that's what's happening. I can tell you the fighting around Bakhmut, the fighting around Zaporozhye, Ugledar, all of those regions is extremely difficult right now. extremely difficult. And Ukraine is doing what they can do and doing a good job to hold, but very difficult. In fact, Kadyrov, you guys remember Kadyrov, the Don man? Released a video. Of course, sometimes we share his stuff, sometimes we don't, but he is the president of Chechnya and a stout ally and helping in this war, not only with Russia and the military there, the Wagner mercenaries and the Chechens come out talking very clearly about the intention of Russia. Now, with that said, he did make a few good observations that Ukraine is holding their defensive lines very strong. In fact, Institute for the Study of War came out and stated that Zaporozhye, that place is being reinforced at a very high level by the Russian defenses there. But Don coming out, check out a few of his words right now.
Иншаллах, мы заберем и Одессу, и Харьков, и Киев, мы потихоньку идем, но благодаря всем структурам, подразделениям и нациям, вероисповеданиям, которые сегодня объединились вокруг призыва нашего президента, мы сегодня показываем такие показатели, которые даже не снились Западу и натовским государствам, и Евросоюзу. Иншаллах, да, пробьемся и дойдем до Польши, которая кричит вовсю, хотя у них нет никаких возможностей. И еще раз хочу сказать, что танки, которые они выделяют, даже людей успокоит. Это вообще ничего не значит. У них есть и танки, есть и батареи, есть и самолеты, есть, так сказать, ну, использовать на территории СВО нет возможности, потому что наша ПВО работает оперативно.
You know, a lot of the statements he make are absolute madness, of course, talking about going to Poland, and there's other stuff about going into Germany and all of this, but some of his statements about Russia being able to defend their lines in the air, we're here to tell you the truth. It's absolutely true. Ukraine has a very difficult time with being able to strike via air into Russian positions there in the east and the south. So, folks, we have to evaluate. We have to look at all the things that are happening in around this war. We're here to tell you the truth and share it, not just put hoopla out there and put a graphic up and say, hey, we're going to do this and going to do that. The fact is, it's a very difficult war, and it's getting more difficult by the day, as we expected. Regardless, we stand strong, and we all do our parts. As for that, we want to thank you for being here tonight, and that is what is happening in a nutshell. Going to get some rest here very, very late in Ukraine, and we are going to be at it tomorrow, and you'll be with us every step of the way. Be blessed, and we'll see you tomorrow night.